It's mailbag time. And let me tell you something, I'm a sucker for AliExpress and I like to shop on there. Sometimes you find really interesting things you never see ever anywhere in a store. And they kind of catch my eye and I got to have it. These are all things I really need. So this one's kind of more of a somewhat practical. Well, you can kind of decide. Let's start off with just some little trinket things and we'll work up to the bigger stuff. We got, here's some heat tape. So if you ever look at open up some electronics and it has that like weird yellow kind of tape on it, that's what this is. It's heat tape, and I think it says it here. Does it say high temp tape? So you kind of put this on circuit boards where you're going to do some like using your heat gun or some soldering. You don't want to get some other things damaged, and that's what this is really good for. Nice little roll. This was like $1.99, very inexpensive. And then we got these fellows, which are, of course, they let you connect two wires together and it has like a little blob of solder in them in the middle. So you put a wire on each end and heat it up with a lighter, and it just kind of melts it, and then it heat shrinks this on there, so it kind of solders and heat shrinks together. So kind of cool. I'm going to try these out. They look kind of cheap, but in a way, make them waterproof and some built-in low temp solder. Kind of cool. And it comes a whole bunch of different ones. So I figure I can try a couple out, see which ones I like or which ones I'm going to use the most, because I think mostly I'm probably going to use these smaller ones, not these big, huge monsters. But I may, who knows. And those are very inexpensive. I can't remember what they were, like $1.99. So definitely worth trying. Now for some cool electronic stuff. For like a Tuya, we got a water leak sensor. You can see I already kind of opened these up to play with. I actually took the batteries out because I wanted to play with them a little bit, and then took them out. So I'm going to go back and later and hook these up, because if you have an Eero router, has a built-in Zigbee hub, and these are all Zigbee devices. And the Zigbee, you can see it says Zigbee, temp and humidity, and the water detector. It's kind of like a low-powered. It's Wi-Fi-ish, but it's not the same frequencies. So it's kind of designed to be little devices that are run on batteries. So sensors and temperature probes, things like that. And the Eero has it built in, so you don't have to buy a Zigbee hub. Very hard to say. So we'll take a look at these guys. You kind of hear them rattling because I took the battery out. And so it just kind of has some double-sided tape. You stick it on the wall or wherever you want to put it. And it has a little temperature and humidity probe in there. So I think you have to keep the hole open, but simple little device. And these were like $1.99. They're $2, very inexpensive. This stuff is very, very cheap. But you do need a Zigbee hub. And this one, I want it for the basement because, let's see if we can get it out. See, it comes with some double-sided tape. But you can put the little transmitter somewhere, and then this little prongs here has some tape. You kind of stick the prongs onto the concrete, or we want to see if something's going to get wet, and then it detects water. So kind of neat. Very inexpensive. I thought it'd be kind of cool, especially since like I said, the Eero routers have it built in. Just got to turn it on. So it's kind of neat. Zigbee. Look it up. Really interesting. Then we got an environmental meter. You say, well, what's that? Well, this is a gas detector. I know it's an environmental meter, not very descriptive. But this one's kind of cool. I already used it once because I have a grill, a propane grill. You know, it works on natural gas and other gases, stuff like that. But that I think was leaking. So you open it up. It's got like a little snoot on it, and you turn it on. And it takes a while to boot up. It's got to calibrate when you turn it on. And basically you go around sniffing with it, and it'll change colors of like, I think it turns red when you get really close. So you can kind of track down if you got like a natural gas, you got a leak in a gas pipe. Or like I said, I did this on the grill. I followed the hoses around. So where I thought it was leaking was now it was actually like a joint. And this does take a little while to boot up. I think it does like a calibration. The first time I played with it, it's like, man, how does detect had this on there? And there you go. So you kind of snoop around, and it'll kind of low, medium, high, and change colors as you get closer. So kind of neat. It's actually very well made. And this was maybe like 12 bucks. Definitely worth the price. There's cheaper ones actually. And this one, 12 bucks, has the nice display. So pretty cool for that. You can see if it has Habo Test. Habo-test.com. So that's pretty neat there. Then we got a mini oscilloscope. And these were like maybe $20, just a little cheaper one if you don't get the probes. And I wanted the probes with it because that's part of it. But I don't have an oscilloscope, and I want to do some testing on some chips and things like that. And I have just a probe for it, but blinks the light. But this does oscilloscope. And this is firmware upgradable. This is what it came with: a couple little alligator clips, a little charging cable, with a little battery in it. And you can see this is, what was the brand? FNIRST DS0152. And here you can see the specs on it. But I just wanted a nice, small, simple oscilloscope. And it has a little kickstand, so you can pop it on there, turn it on. You can see it boot up. And it has different modes. I haven't really played with this too much. Kind of looking forward to fiddling around with it a little bit, just to see how good it is. But I'm just going to do some simple things. It looks like it's quite fast. I did hook up the probes to it. And like I said, this was a little bit extra, but I figured, you kind of need the probes for this. I guess if you already have probes, you wouldn't need it. Came in a nice little bag. I'll kind of show you the probes. Some more little probes in there. And this little guy here, you can see it's just basically another for your oscilloscope with an adapter. So you can buy just standard ones of these, as long as you have the little, I think this is RPTNC. This is the adapter, plug it in, like that. I think you'll be able to see, if I touch it, you can see it kind of triggers it a little bit. So I think that's gonna be really cool just for testing. And I do not have one of these, so now we do. That's the FNIRST mini pocket handheld oscilloscope. A lot of words for oscilloscope. So that's kind of nifty. I'll just turn it off. And we'll move him over here. Let's get him out of the way. So it came with a nice little manual. Actually, kind of, let's see, probably if I find the English part of it. Oh, it's firmware upgradable, so that's kind of cool. I did check the website. I didn't see anything quite yet. You're going to see a theme here. I really like their stuff. FNIRST, nuclear radiation detector. So basically a Geiger counter. GC01. Comes with a little charging cable. This is another rechargeable device. And these both are USB-C, so that's kind of nice. You can see I've been using this one. It actually keeps track. It says I've used it 11 hours, 44 minutes. And if you plug it in, you can just let it run all the time. It's good. You want to like check for radon or radiation. Especially, my main goal is I want to look for some of them orange plates. And you go to Goodwill, thrift stores. You can kind of test your plates out, see if they're radioactive or not. So I thought that's kind of neat. Or if you're just like out in Nevada, you want to go out like with your Geiger counter, see what the radiation levels. You can see your background radiation's kind of low here. There it goes, spiked up a little bit. That's normal background radiation, and it has graphing. So you get some different graphs. That's kind of cool. But really nice little device. And this, I can't remember what I paid for this one. It wasn't very much, but I thought it's kind of cool because, like I said, I'm looking for some radioactive devices or pieces and parts. If you got some marble or granite, you can go out and test your granite, see how radioactive. Granite's kind of radioactive. Just a little bit. And then last, and I think the best, you can see I already kind of cracked her open here. I've been playing with this for about a week now. And this is absolutely fantastic. You can see it's a electricity measure smart control programmable socket. So it's a kilowatt meter. If you have a kilowatt meter, this is kind of like kilowatt meter on steroids. It has a nice color display, one socket, and you can see on the back, Wi-Fi. They have a Bluetooth one of these. And the Bluetooth one, of course, you got to be there with your cell phone to get the data. This one, connect to your Wi-Fi. You can be out on vacation and seeing your amps, your voltage. And it goes up to 100th of an amp, 100th of a volt. And very, very nice. Actually, a really neat display. And it's kind of cool because the app for this also uses the two devices. So these guys here, the Zigbee stuff, you will be able to use that same app. So you can control all these devices. And this one has a relay in it, so you can switch the power off and on to this plug. Of course, you want to have your router plugged into it, because once you shut it off, then your router wireless would no longer be connected. But any other device works great. You can see it kind of shows you. I think that's a European one, but pretty simple. Oh, there we go. I think it shows you the US one here somewhere in here, picture of it. But you kind of get the idea. Nice little device. Lots of features, and that's what I'm really impressed with. Let me plug it in and kind of just give you kind of a little peek. And this is the Atorch.cn. Atorch.cn is the website. And you see it's got a quality seal on it. And is it UL listed? Possibly. But I have tested the remote switching on here. Really cool. And the fact that you can have it on an app, and it's Wi-Fi, really cool. Let me plug it in for you. And if we zoom down here, you can see, let's zoom in a little bit better. Move him over here for you. And we can turn him, okay, I got him on, let's turn him off. Turn him on, you can see him boot up. I got a little Google device here just to get some power. So he'll go through his tests, then he'll turn on. There's a little relay in there. So you can see 114 volts and no amps, no watts. And there's over voltage protection and amp protection and power protection. So you can kind of see here the over voltage. You can set that up, 250 watts, whatever you want it to be. And you can change the amps to your max amps. And the OPP is your watts. So you can set this up to 4,500 watts if you wanted to, or 5 watts, whatever. And it'll trip that trigger, so it'll shut it off. And let's see, is he turning on? And I don't know if I have him turned on. There we go. I'm going to see this guy will start to boot up. See, 115 amps, 1.24 watts. So you get a lot of really cool information on this guy. And if you use the smart app on this guy, you can get it all remotely because he's Wi-Fi. And when I set this up, I connected Bluetooth to my phone, connected wirelessly. So you can see it's quite a lot of features. And this button here, I know, will shut the device off, shut the switch off. And you can do up and down here and change these voltages. That's all you're going to be really changing on here. It's got a nice little power light. Fantastic little device. I really like the display. I think that's kind of cool, especially if you're just sitting there looking at it. But if you want to do it remotely, say you want to turn devices off and on remotely, say you're on vacation, you want to turn off this device, it's also a smart switch. So that's really cool about this. So I think we'll do like an in-depth review of this because this really deserves a really cool device. And there you have it. A lot of really cool things this week. Actually, the last couple of weeks, we got the multimeter, we got the Geiger counter, we got the sniffer for gas, the gas sniffer, 2U devices, really cool, Zigbee 2U devices. And I'm kind of getting into these a little bit. Like I said, these are really cool, low power. And of course the tape and whatever else we got here, other kind of goodies and pieces and parts. So it's been quite the week. So anyway, that was my AliExpress haul. You can tell I like AliExpress, especially these weird things. You're not going to find the mini oscilloscope in a store, let alone these 2 devices or a kilowatt meter. I don't think I've seen these in stores, and especially this one, Wi-Fi, really neat device. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's you guys. Have a great day.